Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Chris and today we're going to be converting this moss Monstera cutting that's been in this moss for about a week to a chunky and airy Aroid potting mix. It's been about 7 days since we took this cutting of this Monstera and it's already starting to develop some roots. You can see them here at the bottom. Now, since this isn't fully rooted, it's going to continue to root within this pot of Aroid potting mix. If you want to see the process of taking this cutting, we'll link that up here in the video. We're in the really early stages of rooting, but we're still going to go ahead and transplant this to the Aroid potting mix because we know it's not peat heavy and it's not going to root rot this plant while it continues to root. We're going to use a pair of tweezers to take off any bits of moss that have stuck to the roots. Be really gentle doing this. If they don't want to come off, do not yank them off, but take off the parts that come off really easily. So now we're going to situate our cutting down into the pot, trying to not go too deep so we don't rot out the stem, but make sure it still has some support. And then we're going to pour in our Aroid potting mix. In a previous video, we went over how to make this yourself. So it's a mix of cocoa chips or bark, sand, perlite, some plant food, just to make everything drain properly. My favorite component in this mix is the bark, so make sure that there is adequate bark when you transplant. And also, since this is such a chunky mix, it kind of separates naturally. It doesn't mix perfectly. So what you're gonna do when you get up towards the top of the transplant is you're gonna fill the rest in with bark. So I'll go through my Aroid potting mix and start to pick out the bark, or I'll just grab a bit of bark and just cover the top. You can also do this with pumice, but I just really prefer bark because it drains really well, has a ton of air through it, and doesn't soak this stem. So I'll finish this pot off with a bit of bark right on the top to stabilize the cutting. And we'll just give this guy a splash of water. Go really gentle on the water. You want to keep the media moist, but definitely not wet. And that's it. I'm gonna go put this guy back in the humidity dome to keep that 60 to 80% moisture in the air, and that will encourage these roots to grow. And put it under some of our grow lights. Thanks you guys so much for watching us convert this moss cutting into our Aroid mix. And if you did enjoy the video, just click the thumbs up down below for us. It does help us out. And if you want to come back for more videos every week, click subscribe and we'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for watching.